Spend a Monday morning with me at an dirt with Cerebral Palsy. The first thing I have to do is make my breakfast and what I want for dinner out of my refrigerator heater section. To do this, I have to use my orientation and mobility hair to line up my wheel hair next to the refrigerator, then use my hand cushion and my mittens hair to move my wheelchair armrest up and out of the way, as well as pull open the heavy heater door, bend down, activate my ab muscle, reach for the items that I wish to make, put them on my back, and make sure I don't topple over the Humpty Dumpty and the breakable wall, and then put the items onto my back and carry them to the counter. My next order of business is warming up my ham and chicken sandwich in the toilet heater section. First, I better use more orientation and mobility there to line up next to the microwave. I realized the camera was out of place. Gotta move that so you guys can see. The next thing is I use my pair of holding hitter to help me cut open the ham with plastic wrap. Why do I use holding hitter? Well, it's so I don't kill myself. Sometimes when you have cerebral palsy, it is really hard to control your hind motor skill. So using a tiny pair of hitter is not only the safest way to do it, but it's also the most independent way to open a packet. I put one finger inside the hitter and one finger outside the hitter. Then I hold the plastic with my non-dominant hand, as you can see here. Next, I use my dominant hand to open the door and put the chicken sandwich into the microwave. I usually always use a burr no matter what I'm microwaving. That way I don't burn myself. Next, program your microwave by pushing on the microwave button. It is ideal that a microwave that you are using has bigger buttons so that you can use your remote motor skill instead of your hind motor skill to operate the microwave. For that, it is time to do some physical therapy or body aerobics, whatever you want to call it, this to make some talking. Why the hell energy you have your talking up on a high health? Well, I want to work on my balance and reaching skills. So I use the around me to my wheelchair, as you can see here, and then I reach up above my head to lift my horsey putt. Trust me, this exercise will probably pay you in the long run when you have to lift something like your nephew up and over to your lap, or maybe you have a dog that you want to pick up. Now for my favorite time of my entire day, and that is making a Nespresso with my virtual pot class. Even though this machine isn't that accessible, I still adore my coffee and making unique coffee at home. Step number 1, place the pod in the pod holder. Then, here comes the hard part. You have to do a two-handed maneuver, push it down, and rotate the locking mechanism in place. This is helping me with my hand and finger coordination. Sometimes I have to do it twice, but that's okay. Minette, what you haven't done, I pick up the cup and I prepare to hold it in place while the coffee runs out of the machine. It is my recommendation to mix as close to the machine as possible. I like to make my iced coffee, so I really have to work on my recap pill and tap the machine 2 times fast. Hi-ya! I have recap like a puma. Not really. Now I have to become a weightlifter and a puma to lift my coffee fill up in. Oh God, help me. The next thing I do is I pour in my coffee jar. Now, as you can see, the tinier bottle or any for me to control. But the big bottle, I better be a WWE superstar and a bodybuilder to pick that thing up. And I better have Puma like resources. We have them. To help me have Puma like we have it, I lean the bottle on top of my back and on top of my wheelchair to then put in the amount of power that I need. Next, I rip my half and half out. Use my dominant hand to undo the lid and my non-dominant hand to keep it steady, and then I tell it to make sure it doesn't smell bad or that my milk didn't know bad. Ew! No, I'm kidding, it didn't know bad. Then I pour it into my coffee, and then I'm ready to mix it up. Mix it all around and let that caffeine to my body. more of my higher video with Cerebral Palsy. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!